Hey guys, it's your girl Kizzy Rock, and happy Tuesday morning to you guys. Guys, I'm not even sure what day of quarantine we are on. I honestly have lost count. Like, I don't even know anymore. But you know what, guys? Like I said, I'm really enjoying this peace and quiet. I'm taking this time to connect spiritually to find out, what direction I should be going. Again, many of us will not return to our jobs and careers. So this is a crucial time to start, asking God what direction He needs you to go. And even if you do return to your job, like, is there something more that God needs from you? Should you start making YouTube videos? Are you to start writing that next book? Start volunteering your time? Whatever that thing may be. But anyway, I was walking my dog this morning, and as always, I meditate and connect spiritually when I'm on my walk because I want to get revelation of my life, and then also any YouTube topics that I want to touch on. So today I wanted to talk to you guys and converse with you all about unconditional love. Well, guys, sometimes, that word I love you is really used loosely. And I'm sure, just like myself, many of you thought you had really loved someone in your past. Like in that moment, nobody couldn't tell you, honey, that you weren't in love. And then as you grew wiser and more mature, you realize that that wasn't love at all. That was probably just a strong infatuation, even lust, and not saying that you didn't have love for that person. But what I am learning later on in life is that in love is something way more deeper than most of us can really get the concept of. And I'm like, you know what? To be honest, I'm going to speak from my own personal experience. Now, again, I knew who my father is. My father was not in the household for the greater part of my life. So sometimes, when that sense of love, true, authentic love is not taught to you because you didn't see your parents, interact that way, or your parents were not in love, healthy in love, then sometimes you don't even know what that is. You don't know what a healthy love is, or a healthy relationship, or a healthy marriage. All you know is what you see and what you were taught. So then you go on with life thinking that, you really know how to love somebody. Oh, I love you. I love you. When someone tells you that, you're really thinking this person loves you. And again, I'm speaking about in love. I'm not speaking about love. Because sometimes it's easy to love a person. I think that comes naturally. Just, if you're just someone with a big heart and, spending that amount of time with someone on a regular basis. You eventually love comes. But in love is so deep. And now, when I sit here and I reflect back on my life, I can say I was never in love. In love, even though I thought I was. But here's when I learned truly what in love is. It wasn't until I developed a relationship with God and I fell in love with God that I experienced what being in love is truly about. And again, this is my personal experience. I'm not saying that you guys were never in love with another person, but I'm speaking from my own personal experience. So, what does that look like for me? Well, because as flawed as a human being as I am, God continued to love me, continued to be patient with me, continue to just cover me in a multitude of ways that I didn't even deserve, right? So if love is unconditional, that means there are no conditions. It's meaning that no matter how much you hurt me, no matter how much you grieve me, no matter how much you turn your back on me, no matter how much you sin indirectly or directly, I'm still going to love on you, right? Whereas a human, as fleshly individuals, if you're dealing with another human and that person is constantly afflicting pain upon you, let it be they're cheating on you or just whatever people do in their fleshly ways, right? You still love that person, but at some point after getting hit you start to develop defense mechanisms and you start thinking to yourself, okay, I'm going to put these walls up just in case he or she does it again. I'm going to put these walls up in case I have to turn around and leave a year from now. Well, I'm not going to trust them 100%. I'm going to trust them 80% because he or she have hurt me in the past. So I just can't give them a 100% of trust. So you start putting up all these barriers and walls, right? Because humans are humans. But when you experience a love that covers you, no matter how many times you screw up, how many times you turn your back, how many times you lie, you do this, you do that, whatever it may be, but that love still loves you the same way, unconditionally. Still take care of you, still provide, still give you blessings in abundance when you don't even feel like you deserve them. That's the kind of love that will screw your mind up. Because at some point when you sit back and you reflect and you be like, I'm not even worthy of all this love from you. I've hurt you so much, but you still love me unconditionally. That's a powerful, deep, in love experience. And even though that other person is constantly being hurt, the fact of the matter is that at some point, the person who is doing wrong will get a revelation. They will get a revelation, especially at a time like this when we're in isolation and you sit back and you start reflecting on the fact that this person, and I'm speaking about God right now, but in your situation, if it's a person, this person loved me and gave me all of this and still is here after I've done so much wrong. Like I can't even make you stop loving me. At times I try to make you stop loving me, but you keep on loving me. And then as I was walking, and I had a moment, because I'm like, God, why me? How am I worthy of all these blessings? And then he started to reveal to me the seeds that I've planted when no one else was looking all of my life. The times I've helped people when no one was looking. Let it be the homeless people. Let it be whoever. But I never respected anything in return. Never. But he was taking notes. Those were seeds that I were planting just from my heart and my soul out of purity. Never wanting a spotlight on it. But he saw it. So then now it's like, you know what? I saw you. I saw you doing it from your heart. So now I'm going to love on you in a way that you were never loved before. I'm going to let you experience a love that no man have never loved you because he didn't know how to love you correctly. Because he was flawed, because he had his own issues, his own demons, his own boundaries and structure that's keeping him from being in love with you and showing you and teaching you what it is to be in love, what it is to receive love and give love. A lot of humans can't, it's so deep. And it's not even a knock or a diss to your ex or to yourself. It's just deep. And so when I was walking and I was like, oh my God, like God, just leave me alone. Like, because now I'm feeling so guilty. Like, no, this love is too much. Why are you loving me like this when I don't even deserve it? And he said, again, I'm loving you properly because you do deserve it. And I'm also teaching you how I need you to love other people. And I was like, wait a minute now. Hold on now. Wait a minute. Okay, you loving on me like this? Yes, honey, it feels good. I feel safe. I feel this. But listen, I'm human. I can't be loving on people like that that's constantly afflicting me and constantly, doing wrong to me. He said, how does it feel that I'm loving on you and you're in love with me? How does that make you feel? And I'm like, truth be told, it's something I never felt. I feel safe. I feel protected. So, okay, how many other individuals in the world, including men, needs to feel that same type of safeness, protection, and that lost my train of thought. Unconditional love. It's something that most humans will never experience, no matter how much you think you're in love with a person. If you're not loving that person unconditionally, you're not in love to the highest capacity. And I was like, oh my God, you know what? Okay, so that's what I'm working on, guys, now. Whoever that person, is currently in my life or coming into my life, I now am responsible for loving on people unconditionally because I've experienced what it is to be loved unconditionally. So now it's my duty, because I was awarded that, to start spreading that same kind of love. And don't get me wrong, I'm just one of these people who love on everybody. But I'll be lying if I say that it's without conditions. You cross me one time, I'm cutting you off for life. But we're human. How many times have you crossed God? And I'm not saying sit there and be a fool. That's a different scenario. Again, if somebody is constantly hurting you, then you do have to learn to love from a distance and set boundaries and limitations where, you're not being taken advantage of, or it's not hurting you to the point that your soul is being damaged and broken. That's different. But I hope this can encourage someone today. I got to get back to work. Working from home, but I got a lot of things pending. So you guys stay safe out here. It's your girl, Kizzy Rock.